What's up, guys? Jiggins here doing not Yu-Gi-Oh today. We're gonna be doing some Gundam stuff today. As I stated in like the red comment, Zaku, I have a couple more Gundam models that are on the list for me to build. Today I'm gonna be doing the Gundam Aerial. I just couldn't wait any longer. This is gonna be a high grade 1/144 scale build, so there's not gonna be much to this one. It does look really cool, and I'm hoping there are going to be some cool spots for some panel lining to like really bring some depth to it. So let's get all the sides in there. And this is from the new Witch from Mercury series. If you are a Gundam fan and you haven't watched this one, I'd recommend it. I think it's been pretty good so far. I mean, it's kept my attention at least, and the season finale was pretty cool. So anyways, I'm not gonna like focus too much on the build for these high grade models. Someone had mentioned that in the comment last time, like I didn't show the build, and I'm like, well, it's a high grade, it's not really that interesting. I've been putting high grade models together since I was like 8 years old, so they're not very complex. Now when I do the Shining Gundam Master Grade, yeah, maybe I'll show off the build a little bit more because it'll be a little bit more complex. But for this one, we're just gonna get right into it. Alright, so now we have moved on to the kitchen to do the unboxing. Oh. Alright. What have we got here? Oh yeah, this is basic stuff here, guys. Alright. 3 bags of stuff. Two trays each aside from this. These are going to be our feet, our back, our chest. These are really cool. These are like some see-through parts, and these like red parts are going to go behind. If you've seen the series, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's actually here in the legs and then up on the chest as well. Alright. Oh, where's our little Sodetta Mukity? Just kidding. I don't know. Sometimes you look at the box and it kind of seems like it might come with like a little figure of the pilot. I don't know. But it's like, who can, like, I don't know. It'd be cool. But anyway, I don't really care. I'm not really a big fan of the main character, but I mean, the show's good, so don't really care. Alright, wow, this is a very vibrant, colorful, oh, I spoke too soon. So, okay, this is what we're used to. However, it's very, like, big and bold. It feels, it looks very different from what we've done in the past. This looks pretty easy, though. I mean, they usually all are. So this shield comes apart and breaks into the different little drone bits. I've seen some like people on Instagram that like made some stuff like maybe like 3D printing or like construction paper to kind of like make them float around and stuff. It was pretty cool. So anyways, we'll get started. Looks like we will be starting with the head and then the body, then the right and left arm, right leg, left leg, and then the weapons, and then you're done. This one's probably going to be another 2 hours, and then I'll fiddle with the stickers for a couple more hours. Let's see what kind of stickers we have. Yep, it looks like we have eyes. Looks like you have a choice of red eyes or green eyes, and then some stickers for the shield, and then these are probably going to go somewhere on the legs. So we're going to try our best. Break out the tweezers. So, here we go. We're starting off with the head. And we had our choice between our green eyes and our red eyes. We went ahead and we just went traditional. We went with the green eyes. And you can always go back and change it another time if you're feeling like it, put it in that berserk mode. And I love how I like to showcase the head into the camera at times 60 speed, like anyone can see that. That's very helpful of me to do. And now I'll be working on the chest. And once I get into the chest, I'm going to slow it down so I can show off some of the intricate pieces. Alright, so now that I've stopped fast forwarding, this is what they look like deactivated. I didn't get it all the way in there just because I'm about to pop this off. I like it in the active mode better, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, if you end up building this, I went ahead and put the active parts back on it. I had a blemish here, which is what I was going to go into. I covered it with the Gundam marker, colored it in black, so it's a little bit harder to tell. However, important thing I'm glad I noted earlier is there's little tiny pieces on the sides of these. It's important to get these out without cutting those because they are used to these are kind of held in by the pieces on the side, but those little pieces kind of help stabilize them and keep them in place when you're putting the pieces on. So now I'm going to speed it back up and get started on the arms of the model. Alright, we're getting back into it with the arms. I don't remember anything really sticking out with the arms. You put the stickers on the shoulder and you have the option to go with just a black line or the red kind of line that matches the rest of the mobile suit. So I went ahead and just used that red one. And after that, just kind of work on the feet and work on the legs. Really like the legs part of this. I like the design of this mobile suit. It's probably my favorite design. And this is where I'm showing off that you can choose from 2 different types of stickers to put inside one of the clear pieces. And instead of showing this off as much, I went ahead and fast forwarded this part because it took me a really long time to place this sticker because I just really wanted it to look good because it is going on the leg of the Gundam and I wanted it to look right, so I took my time with the placement. And the design is actually on the adhesive part of the sticker, so it will show through that clear part. And I think it's really cool. All these Gundams have like their own little unique pieces that are like unique to their build, so this was pretty cool. And another unique piece is the shield that'll be coming up later. But yeah, this is probably my favorite Gundam design in the past 13 years because I think Gundam 00 came out in 2010, I want to say, and that was the Gundam Exia, which I actually did a real grade build of that a couple months ago. So now I have all the pieces completed, so I'm going to be assembling the Gundam, and there it is. Basically, I only have one of those shoulders with that red line, as you can see. I do the other one later on, and this is without panel lining and everything. So next, put the shield together. Shields make the Gundam. I think it's one of the coolest parts of them. And this shield in particular, if you've seen the show, breaks off into a bunch of little drones and shoots and attaches itself to the body. And the people that made this were true to that. And we'll go over that in a minute. But here, it is on the action base that I got the other day. And this is without panel lining, but I do have all the stickers on there. And right here, I'll show off some of that panel lining. If you've never done it before, it's very easy. Just take a thin black Gundam marker and just go along any of the grooves to create more contrast and depth to your Gundam model. And unlike the red Zaku I did last time, the grooves I felt were not as accepting of the black marker, but even so, it still came out looking pretty good. I think if you were gonna panel line this Gundam yourself, it would be best to get one of the ink blotting markers, the ones that kind of put down a lot of ink. It kind of flows through the crevices and fills it all up, and then you just wipe away any of the blemishes. It takes a little bit more time, but I think it would look a lot better than using the thin line marker like I did. So here it is. I panel lined a couple things in the center on the waist unit, and then you can see those black lines on the thigh of the Gundam, and then on the shield, which is on its right arm. And those are the gun bits of the shield, which come together to make up the shield, which I will showcase in just a moment after I'm done showing this off. Oh, watching Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam too. How appropriate. Alright, so you strip down the Gundam, or the Gundam's shield, and all the bits connect to the Gundam. Kind of speed through this because it took me about a minute and a half to break it down and put it back together. So after I show that off, strip it back down, decided I like the shield better, so I put the shield back together so I can show this Gundam off. It comes with a beam saber, a beam rifle, two beam sabers really, two beam sabers, beam rifle, and its shield. So here it is with one of the beam sabers. I had actually misplaced the blue pieces when I was putting this together, so I didn't think it came with any beam sabers, so I was kind of disappointed until I found them. So really cool. I love the way it looks right there. And then here it is with the rifle. The shield parts that go on the rifle are back in the shield, so you can choose to put this laser on there, which looks really cool. And then we'll straighten them back out, and there you are. And that's flying through the sky. But yeah, this was a really good one. I would recommend you go out and get this. It's well worth the price. But thank you for watching this, and I hope you have a good day.